Hello there, this is another update video just on how I'm going after getting my lap band. So today is the 20th of August 2017. I had the lap band done on the 1st of August and it's just a general catch up and blog for myself just to see how I'm going. So in terms of food, I'm partway through the wet food diet, so basically I can eat anything as long as it's wet, so casseroles, pasta, curry, that sort of thing, and it's going really well. I haven't had any issues getting that sort of food down, and it's almost like eating normal again. I'm eating a lot of normal recipes. Oh, it's so good. I find it weird after having a couple of weeks off meat. Meat kind of tastes a bit weird now. I didn't cook it really well the other night, so that didn't help either, but yeah, it's weird. In terms of what I've actually been eating, I did have a couple of curries. I had some ravioli pasta, like with lots of pasta sauce. Tonight I had a very wet Mexican style dish, which was really yummy. What else have I had? Oh, and I'm going to make a slow cooked casserole tomorrow. And that should take me to the end of the restricted diet and I can start eating normal again as of Tuesday. Yay! So the very next day after I start eating normal again, so Wednesday, I will be going to get my band adjusted for the first time. I do feel like I have a bigger appetite than what I probably should have at the moment, so I'm really looking forward to getting it adjusted. I'm getting hungry through the day a lot. My meal sizes are still fairly small, but I need to eat more often, and I think that getting it adjusted will help with that. In terms of lunches, what I've been eating, I pre-made this for 4 days. I had some scrambled eggs with sweet potato and some really well cooked broccoli, and it was really good, and it actually lasted the 4 days. It tasted good every day. I would recommend that even if you don't have a lap band. It's really tasty. In terms of weight loss, I was feeling a bit disappointed. I lost 5 kilos very, very quickly and then stopped. But as of yesterday, I lost another kilo, so I'm down to 6 kilos weight loss, which I'm super happy about. I'm stoked. So 6 kilos in 20 days is pretty good. I guess most of it, I can see it on my belly a bit. It's less rounded. It's a bit flatter, and you can see it around my face a bit as well. Still, I'm getting a lot more energy back. I'm feeling sort of like my normal self, and yeah, feeling generally pretty good. I'm still in a little bit of pain, but it's only a little bit. I'm doing pretty good. I guess the only issue is I'm struggling at work in terms of my focus. I do find myself drifting up sometimes and just have to pull myself back in, like, what are you doing? So that's been a bit tricky, but I guess, you know, it's going to take a little while for my body to adjust to having a lot less calories. One issue I did have was definitely to do with not enough fibre, and I was probably a bit dehydrated as well. Yeah, it wasn't fun. So I'm taking a fibre supplement at the moment, which is just a soluble thing that you put in I put it in my breakfast every morning in my oats, and then I have it in a drink as well if I remember. I guess it's helped a little bit, just have to make sure I drink more. But yeah, if anyone watching this ever gets it done, keep up your fibre and your water, because it won't be fun. I promise you it will not be fun. One thing I didn't mention in any of my previous videos is after I decided to get a lap band, so between booking in to get it done and actually getting it done, I had a food bucket list, which was so much fun to get through. I probably put on a kilo or 2 before getting it done, which was pretty bad, but I just thought I'd share what the bucket list was. So I wanted one of those really over-the-top milkshakes that you see people doing. So you've got like a big mason jar with all this cream and all this chocolate and stuff coming out of it. I really, really wanted to try one of those. It was actually really crazy because the place that was recommended to me, I didn't realise was closing down, and we actually got there on the very last day. So that was so lucky. Another thing I wanted to do, there's a dessert house near where I live called Honey Badger. and I've heard so many good things about it, and I really wanted to try. It's the sort of thing where I probably won't be able to go back because it was so rich and I had trouble eating it as it was. So we actually had dessert for dinner that night. We couldn't eat anything else. It was only small, but it was so rich. It was so hard to get through, but it was delicious and worth every calorie. It was amazing. So that was so much fun. I also wanted a chicken parmigiana, just pub style, plain one. It was my dad's birthday, so we were able to go out and get one for that, and it was absolutely worth it. I won't, really be able to eat a whole one anymore, so I guess a lot of these things were things I can gorge myself on, which is pretty bad, but yeah, well, I won't be able to do it anymore, so you only live once, right? I also wanted to go to the sushi train. A friend of mine and I went, and it was fantastic. So I had been there before, and it's fairly gourmet, really delicious food, and I figured that next time I go back I'll only be able to try a couple of things, whereas pre-lap band I can go nuts, and I tried a whole bunch of stuff and I don't regret a thing. One of the other things I wanted to do was go out and get a big ice cream. There's a place nearby that does, their servings are huge, they're stupidly big, and so we went and got one of those, and it was so good. I loved me some ice cream. This one's a bit silly. I love lollywols. Like, I know they're so expensive and they're stupid, but I love, where you go and there's just a wall full of lollies, different kinds. You get the scoop, you put it into a thing, and then you pay 10 times too much for it. I love that stuff. So on my list was to go and make myself sick at one of those lollywols, and I did. I got very sick and I loved every second of it. Lastly on my list was a vanilla slice. I love vanilla slices. I hadn't had one in years. It's one of those foods that just feels too guilty to eat. Like, it's just too bad you can't eat it. So I was a bit naughty and I had two. So I had just a bog standard one that you get at a takeaway store, which is just fairly standard. And then I also got a really nice one from a bakery. I was like, oh, that one was really good, but I can do better. So I went and got better. For anyone who doesn't know, vanilla slice is like pastry with some solidified sort of custard, I guess like jelly custard in between, and then some icing on top. It's so good, so good. So next week I start off with my personal trainer again. We're gonna work on a lot of stuff that doesn't really involve my stomach, because it is still, a bit of an issue. It's still a bit sore. I don't want to push it. I don't want to do anything bad. But in saying that, any exercise you do really uses your core, so it will be working on it, which is good, because you don't just want to lose all of the strength there. So I'm really looking forward to getting back into working hard. I did a little workout at home the other day, which wasn't just walking and cardio and easy things, and that went well. I felt pretty good. I've been doing belly dancing, and I went to a class the other night, and I couldn't move much, to be honest. Like, I've got more scars on one side than the other, so I was able to move my right side, but I couldn't really go to my left. And when I got home, it felt like I'd done about 1,000 sit-ups. I had to get help getting up and down off the couch, but it was gone by the next day, so I don't think I did any damage, but I was surprised because of my movements were so small. Oh well. One thing I do want to do next week is definitely do more exercise. I know I'm going back to my trainer and I'll be having a belly dancing course, but I want to try and get in a bit more exercise. It's kind of difficult at the moment. The weather's bad. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to jump in the car and go to the gym or anything like that. But that's my goal for this week. Definitely to get more exercise and start getting a lot fitter. I do have one little thing that I don't like about how my surgery went, and that is one or two of my scars, they kind of pull in on my belly, so they're not flat on top, they're kind of like pulling it in and making it look lumpy. I don't know if that's something that's going to stay that way or if it's going to look better once I lose weight, but at the moment I'm a bit sad about that. But oh well, you know, losing weight, it can't be perfect. It was just not what I expected, that's all. From having previous surgeries there, and none of those did that, it was kind of a bit sad to see that. Yeah, they're just kind of, it's kind of hard to describe. I guess it's pulling in the skin further and kind of making a little cratery dip. So I hope that heals a little bit better. But aside from that, I'm pretty happy with everything, how everything's going. I'm just so itchy. I'm in the itchy healing stage. I just want to, you know, scratch my stomach to pieces, but, you know, trying very, very hard not to. So that was just my general update. Everything was sort of out of order and all over the place, but I just wanted to get off my chest all the things that had happened since I last did a video. So thanks so much for watching and have a fabulous day. Bye!